up, Skies family? Today is a big day, a huge day, and I think you know why by the title. I am finally moving my Bob White quails into their new quail mansion. So maybe I'll give you a little quail tour before I move them in. And I have to do one last thing to fully predator proof it. I need to close this area right here. I also started camouflaging the tarp on the top. So this is like my little military quail mansion. Some updates on what we did to the quail mansion. We added these tiles along the sides of the coop. Just for extra predator protection. Now we dug trenches all along the perimeter of the run, and there is hardwire cloth, which means this stuff right here, going about 2 feet, 3 feet down and also out. So it's down and out, which is super awesome because that means that hopefully no predators will be able to dig that far because they have to start out here and then keep digging, so it just makes them have to dig longer. Then I planted some plants on the outside. Now let's go into the quail mansion. Yesterday when we were adding the hardwire cloth to the sides, there was a huge huntsman spider right in that corner. Huge spider. Now when I come in here, I have this giant, super scary, let me zoom in on it, spider up here, you guys. Because we're like close to the forest, I don't know if you guys can see how big that spider is. Do you guys know what kind of spider that is? It's probably like a brown recluse. I'm probably gonna end up getting bit and killed by one of these spiders because oh my god, these are scary. Do you guys know of any ways to keep spiders out? It's probably impossible, honestly, but I don't know. I don't want to be surrounded by giant tarantula-sized spiders every time I come in to see my quails. Anyways, let's give you a little tour. As you walk in, we have some plants here. I'm going to add more tiles to the ground. That way, if it's muddy, they can get off of the ground. I also need to add a little sand bath in here because quails love to have sand baths. We have a little hide right over here. And then we have a nice perch right there. And then over here, we have some snake plants, a hide right there. We have a hide up here. Then we fastened a large perch right there. There's a perch right here. And then we have this large stick or branch, I should say, so that they can fly up and land on it. And then another hide, which is right in there. I also have a little fern plant up there just for decorations. And I'll probably make more hides. I'm gonna see what they like, what they use, if they want more perches, if they want more hides, if they want me to get giant spiders out of their cage before I let them in here. Oh my god, spider, please just leave somewhere else. I know this is just like literally a perfect spider hideout up here. Like literally if I was a spider, I would totally make a web up here too. Alright guys, so I just installed these solar powered lights that will come on. They're motion detection, so when something moves at night, this will detect it and the light will turn on, and these are actually super bright. So I have these on all the sides. There's one, and then I have it over here as well. There, and then the back. The first quails that are going to be going in the quail mansion are my Bob White quails. Those are the newest babies I got. They're the reason why I had to make 2 separate coops. Was because the breeder of those quails lied to me and they told me that they would get along with my Japanese Conturnix quails, but in essence, Bob Whites are pretty vicious, and if I were to have them together, there's a potential that I could get my Japanese quails, my Conturnix quails, beaks ripped off by my Bob Whites, and I didn't want to take that chance, so that's why I have 2 separate coops. So I have to get 12 more hens of my Conturnix to even out my flock ratio. So they will be moving in as soon as I can find the Conturnix hens. So today we're just moving the Bob Whites into their quail mansion, which Bob Whites are a little bit more active, which is why they have the bigger coop, and my Conturnix are more docile, which is why they have the smaller coop. Alright guys, so I have my quails in the back of the UTV and I'm super excited. They're going to their new mansion. No more little dog crate for them. Alright you guys, I am so excited and I think they are excited too. Birds! Are you going to your new place? Are you excited? Alright guys, I am going to open up the door and officially let them into their new coop, and of course they are going to be a little afraid at first. Look at them, they're like, where are we? We got one curious guy in the front. We got our first quail out. Oh my gosh, they look so good in there. Wow, where are you? Is this a new house? This is a new house? What do you guys think? No more small enclosure? This is really big for them too. I forget how small they are. They have so much room in here. Wow. Oh, she's scared. Alright guys, so it has been about 5 minutes and they're wondering where they are. I'm just sitting in here spending some time with my little baby Quailians, and I'm just so proud to have made this, and it took a long time. It was one of the most challenging things that I have done in a long time, I think ever, like building wise, just because there's so many different aspects, and at the end of the day their little lives are at risk, and if you mess up and you don't do something right, it's not you who is going to suffer the consequences. It's the little birds, and I would never want anything to happen to them. I literally would be so devastated if one of them ended up getting killed, which is why I was super paranoid and went a little crazy with the hardware cloth. Right now, they look like the happiest I've ever seen them. They're making little chirps, they're pecking the ground, they're trying to take little dirt baths, fluffing their feathers up in the dirt. One, I'm so grateful to give them this, and then two, I guess I never considered how actually small they are and how much room they actually have, because they're just like all kind of staying in this particular area over here, and they have 10 by 10 square feet, also like 7 feet up and with a pitched roof. So when they want to fly and stuff, because these birds do fly a lot better than my Coturnix quails, they'll be able to fly. The sad reality is that most of these quails will never see outside, see the sunlight. Like, they can go into the sunlight if they want. Some quails are just stuck in tiny little coops, and they're just looked at like a commodity, like a piece of meat or an egg producer. They just have a really bad life, which is why I'm so happy that at least for these quails I can give them the best life possible. When I found out that these birds wouldn't be compatible with my Coturnix, I was pretty stressed out, because one, that means that there's a lot more work. I have 12 extra birds that I didn't need. I didn't need to have them, and I almost brought them back to the breeder, because I totally could have just gave them back, you know, not my problem here, take these birds. But I just couldn't do that because I know that what their fate would be. I want to start an animal rescue in the future, and I just want to rescue so many animals, so like, how hypocritical would I be if I gave these birds back knowing that they, one, either would just live like the worst life until they got slaughtered, or two, get slaughtered, you know, as soon as they become full grown. Basically, once I get something, there's no way I'm gonna give it up. I can't. It's mine, it's my responsibility as soon as it comes under my wing. They're going crazy over this wire. I have a wire in here that I forgot to grab. See that wire right there? They're touching it and it's flinging back, and they're going nuts. Birds love shiny things, so. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself as well, you know, just like not giving up on these birds and putting in all the time and effort. Especially in Florida, in the humidity, you know, I'm not 100% used to the humidity. I don't know if you can ever fully get used to the humidity, but boy, sometimes you feel like you're gonna faint. Bending down, standing up, sweating. Woo! Also dealing with all these spiders and cockroaches and bugs. So now my plan is I need to get more Coturnix Japanese hens. That's the whole reason why I got these, because first of all, the breeder I got these from said he vent sexed them and they were all female. He could guarantee it if they weren't female, then I could bring them back to him and he would give me females. Well, come to find out, about half of my birds are not females, they're males. and I can tell now by their feather pattern that they are males, they're not females. So yeah, it just wouldn't have worked out. Also, Bob Whites are more monogamous than Conturnix, who will just mate with any male. They're kind of like chickens. Conturnix are like chickens. Bob Whites are like, I pick a mate, I'm with my mate for the most part. And honestly, I never would have thought that this would have turned out like to be the outcome just from me getting like an egg from the grocery store. Some people don't believe me that my original quails, I hatched those eggs from the grocery store. I actually did. Like, they were eggs from the grocery store. I didn't order the eggs. I didn't get the eggs from like a local nursery. They're actually eggs from the grocery store. You know, they were fertilized eggs. And what people don't realize about fertilized eggs is that just because an egg is fertilized doesn't mean there's like a baby chick inside. There's cells to produce a baby chick, but the cells for the baby chick only start growing when they're incubated. So unless they're under the right temperatures, you know, there's no like real little baby growing in there. It's just like cells basically. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you guys want more quail videos. Now that they're in, you know, like a beautiful quail house, I would love to give you more quail videos. Also, obviously I'll update you guys when I move my Conturnix into their coop over there next to this one. I just feel so happy. I'm rambling now, but my dreams came into fruition and here it is. I'm sure this is only the start of weird enclosures I will be building in the future, or at least in my lifetime. This is just like the first getting my toes wet. Also, Jay said that he saw a baby alligator go into our pond, so I don't know, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Not for the quail's sake. Hopefully Mama's not around. I am going to let them get acquainted and acclimated without me being there. They went from this to this. Upgrade, baby. With the quails being in their coop, now it's time for me to put the new flooring down. As you can see, we found out that we had a drain, which is right here. And when we power washed this and cleaned it all off, and then we have some water. I don't know, do you guys have any like advice on how to clean a drain out? I'm not sure how far the drain goes. I think it goes down and then it curves. But yeah, I'm putting these down for the wash rack floors. That way water doesn't just sit inside and get all gross because it doesn't dry.